Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear, oh, now go with the go so, go. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises, we they here they run to. Move it up. I blame it on the religious leaders, I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers, people will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jello. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come up. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Biafra we guzo si ike kanyi we ni kpetama sunya ha so gotutara nsopro na ejamma site na ebige bi maro na ebige bi ise mama derege chineke mama derege chi.
Are you still fighting the struggle to have independence for Biafra?
We are fighting for independence, not fighting physically with guns and bullets. We are fighting in terms of our agitation, we are fighting in terms of our belief, we're fighting in terms of our consistency to ensure that we are free, because we're not free. As a free people, we can afford to make life better for our people. Right now, we can't do that because of how Nigeria is structured and because of the very flawed foundations upon which Nigeria rests.
You called for a referendum latest this year, November, you said, I think.
Yes.
if that doesn't happen, what's the way forward? Because the way it looks like the government will definitely not agree to that.
Then there'll be no elections in Biafra. No more elections here. They can put whoever they like in office. They can do whatever they like with their political positions. We will not engage in any political process.
You said it's a peaceful struggle, but there are some videos of you appearing in the past, especially abroad, in particular in one conference in the US, where you said you need weapons to defend yourself, you need guns and ammunition. How can we understand that in the context that you're saying it's a peaceful struggle?
I'm sure you've heard about the Fulani headsmen killing people all over the place. Have you heard about it? Exactly. So how do you intend to defend yourself against Fulani headsmen without guns and bullets? They'll be killing our people, raping our women, destroying crops in the farms, and no one does anything about it. Is that how human beings are supposed to live?
So, and you have the right to arm yourself and defend yourself with arms in that context?
Self-defense is recognized even by all the known laws of the UN. Is that not correct? We have the right. If somebody were to barge into this very interview now wielding a machete or an AK-47, are you suggesting we should let them get away with it?
You were detained for almost 2 years, from 2015 on, and actually there was no trial. No trial ever happened, and despite several court rulings that said you were supposed to be released, you were not released.
Yes.
Do you think you were treated in a fair way by the government? Or rather also by the justice system?
No, not fairly, because Nigeria is not a civilized country. People behave like animals. They are not reasonable enough. They are not disciplined enough. They are not mentally developed enough to run a transparent civil society. For them, they have a feudal mindset where you have the ruling class and, a multitude of poverty-stricken people who never utters any word in rebellion or to even ask questions about their plight. That is one thing we are determined to challenge.
Don't you think you insult a lot of Nigerians with that?
I'm being very kind, to be honest. I could have used far more harsher words to describe them. I'm being very kind.
So generally you don't think very positive of your countrymen then, obviously?
They are not... When you say positive, no, as individuals, perhaps there are a few good people amongst them. But as a collective, this is an absolute mess. And you can see for yourself. Didn't you go through the roads and see how horrible they are? Didn't you see how unkempt everywhere is? How filthy and dirty everywhere is? That is the product of a Nigerian system that is uniquely backwards, even by the very third world standards of Black Africa. That's the fact, and people must face up to it.
Well, I traveled in the north quite extensively, and I went to very remote areas sometimes where you would still find Igbo people living there, peaceful together with communities in the north. Don't you sometimes think that you might endanger their peaceful coexistence with the communities there, that they might get into trouble with that?
So if they're living so peacefully together, or cohabiting so peacefully as you put it, how come you hear about all those uprisings in the north where southern Christians are being slaughtered and nothing gets done about it? Are you telling me that that is normal? People are in the north out of a dire need, necessity more or less, to try and survive. Because here, the entire production process has been emasculated by people and policies that are geared towards ensuring that our people exist in perpetual state of poverty. And that is unacceptable to us. What we're asking the world to recognize is that we want to live in peace, not in pieces. We want to live in peace, just to allow us to be. Allow Biafra to exist. We were existing before the British came. Just allow us to go back to, what we were before. No African came to Europe to create countries. So for somebody to just come in here and say, you, from today your name is Nigeria, is simply laughable.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening program. I appreciate everyone that has connected. wherever you are joining us from. I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of this program. Please kindly like and share. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you on this our evening section. Remember, our evening program doesn't last for too long. 1 hour at most, we are done. And we can go and take our rest for the day. Once again, I wish every one of you a very happy new month. A very happy new month. I welcome my sister Messi Akere TV. Thank you so much for joining Messi Akere TV. I appreciate you for joining Messi. Thank you so much. I can see my brother Gerard DK. Thank you so much, my brother Gerard. I can see you. You are always there, both in morning section and evening section. I appreciate every single one of you on the comment section. I appreciate those who are not commenting but are watching. I thank you all for your support. Thank you for always coming around to help to spread this gospel. Even though I am the one speaking, you that is there watching, you are also spreading the gospel. You are also helping this message to go to where you need to go to. So my fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, wherever you are, I appreciate every single one of you that have been able to join us on this very evening program. We have come once again as we promised to do, and here are we passing the message to the Biafran people, and I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Please, if you can hear me loud and clear, indicate on the comment section and let me know that you can hear me while I progress on the message. Remember, in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to attack any race or religion. What we do here is to present Biafra to the world as a remedy. While presenting Biafra, anybody that's made himself an enemy to Biafra or become a stumbling block, we will not spare you. We will not spare you. We are not here for saga. We are not here for any form of hate speech. All we do here is to present Biafra to the world as a remedy. Debunk every lie against our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, against our Supreme Nnamdi Kanu, against the Biafran people. That is what we do. Thank you so much for joining Archbishop. That's Archbishop Madu Emeka Michael Udeobi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's Archbishop Madu Emeka Michael Udeobi. I appreciate you. May Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to guide and protect you. Thank you so much. Wish you a very happy new month and a very wonderful evening. So wherever you're watching me from, according to your time zone, accept my greetings, morning, evening, afternoon, night. Accept my greetings. I appreciate every one of you. This evening, we are going to continue from the program we did in the morning. We will still elaborate on it. For those who did not join us in the morning to be able to be here now, we can be able to refresh their memory. Why they can go back and watch. It's not only everybody that can be able to watch our morning program. Our morning program, we spend almost 4 hours in the morning. But in the evening program, we summarize everything within 1 hour and we are done. So we are continuing on this very evening section, and the topic we chose in this session in regards to what we discussed in the morning says, Truth Unmasked, US report, shame, Nigeria, blackmail war on Simon Ekpa, Deepens. Blackmail war on Simon Ekpa, Deepens. Truth Unmasked, US report, shame Nigeria. My fellow Biafrans, it is no longer news that Nigeria has been designated as a country of particular concern. Nigeria has been designated as a country of particular concern. For Donald Trump to mention it on his tweet and speak about it, it is a deal. It is done. They cannot escape it. They have tried to push their propaganda, push their blackmailing, make their bribery, buy people in to come and distract, but they failed. Finally, Donald J. Trump has broken the ice. And as we speak today, If you go to the platform of Donald Trump in his private account, you are going to see, Donald Trump is somebody who is active on Twitter. He's active on Twitter. He's active on social media. So when you go to his platform, you will see him tweet it by himself. That tweet he made volume, and he has given an order. He has given an express order for those who are going to put that in writing and in paper to go ahead and do so. This is long overdue. It is long overdue. And by the way, remember, in the first tenure of Donald J. Trump, he placed Nigeria under the state of particular concern. So the situation of Nigeria is not new to him. The evil happening in Nigeria is not new. And those of us that are Biafra, this is an opportunity for us. It's an opportunity for we, the Biafrans, to air our opinion, to cash into it and run with it. Even though they never called it Biafran genocide, they choose to use a language that is going to cover everybody, both the Biafrans and those in the northern part of Nigeria. There's no problem. But that will not stop us from making our case as Biafrans. This is the right time for us to present Biafra as a remedy, what we have always done. The only way to safeguard the life of Christians in Nigeria is to support the United States of Biafra. Support Biafra. Once Biafra is supported, Mazen Nnamdi made that promise that every Christian in the core north will be protected. We are going to give them a landing space. We are going to give them a safe area where they can exist alongside with us, grow alongside with them, train their children, aspire for any position, and possess any property they want. This is a promise made by our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, online, live on video. So there is nothing to be scared about. The solution to the genocide in Nigeria against the Christians is Biafra. The only remedy. That is why we continue to shout and talk. This is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today is being persecuted. It is because of this same genocide against Biafrans, against the Christians. That is why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is being persecuted. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu exposed the plan of the Fulani Janjaweeds to Fulanize and Islamize Nigeria. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu exposed that plan. That is one of the reasons Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is facing persecution today. Some of you do not know. Some of you have forgotten. One of the major reasons why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is persecuted today is because of the exposition of the Janjaweed plan against the indigenous people of Nigeria. The quest for Biafra is not just for the Biafran people. It is a quest to save humanity in Nigeria. The genocide has been ongoing since 2010. Since 2010, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu protested in the street of London, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu embarked a protest in the street of London because of this Christian genocide. Called on the government to take action before it spreads. They did not. Today, this same genocide is in everywhere. In the core north, in the middle belt, in the southeast, in the southwest. As we speak, southwest is boiling. Kwara State has been run over. As we speak, Kwara State is in trouble in the hand of these criminals, with the state doing nothing. With the state doing nothing whatsoever. The state, Nigerian state, is not doing anything to change the situation. Absolutely nothing. Nigerian state is doing absolutely nothing to help the situation. That is why the only alternative to save the situation is Biafra. And wherever you are as a Biafran, this is the time for us to air our opinion, raise your voice. Those of us in the United States, write to your county head, speak to those you can be able to speak to, explain to them expressly how this Christian genocide relates to Biafra. The Biafran people are almost 90% Christian. And in every Christian genocide you see, every time Christian is attacked, go there and check. The greatest number of those victims are Biafran people. Every time the Christians are attacked in their churches, in their living places, go and calculate the number of victims. Mostly are Christians, are Igbos. The only reason Nigeria has not been able to be taken over by the Janjaweed is because of the presence of the Biafran people. The only reason Nigeria is finding it difficult to hand over that very country to be Islamized and Fulanized is because of the presence of the Biafran people. This is a fact, not a propaganda or blackmail. I'm not just saying it to win any prize or to gain sympathy. No, it is a fact. It is because of the Biafrans that they have not taken over Nigeria. It is almost impossible for them to penetrate Biafran land. But what did they do? The government of the day take the terrorists by themselves, introduce them into Biafran land, give them the order to take as many innocent lives as they can. And that is what they are doing in Biafran land. Men and women are being attacked in Biafran land. Many people are losing their lives, losing their means of livelihood, and there is nobody to cry to, nobody to talk to. This situation is not ordinary. It is a very serious situation that you cannot afford to hide or shy away from. It is a situation of concern. And every genuine human being living in that Zoological Republic can testify that the suffering of the Christians, the Biafrans, is so much, and this designation is long overdue. The United States should not stop at designating Nigeria as the country of particular concern. They should go ahead to give sanctions. Sanctions is needed, must come. Sanctions is needed. We know in his first tenure, he tried to take this action, but they could not allow him to complete it. But this time, I believe Donald J. Trump, if there is nothing you did for Africa, if you don't do anything for Africa, at least this genocide in Nigeria, the case of Nigeria must be solved. And how do you solve that problem permanently? Disintegration of Nigeria. I know the United States have interest. I know the West. All of them have interest in Nigeria. That is why they are dragging their leg to do what they're supposed to. But I bet you, when the time of something has come, there is nothing you can do. When the time of Chukwu Okikabiama have come, the time he signed and sealed has come, there is nothing anybody can do. That is why we must continue to speak up in your platform. Speak. Don't be silent. Speak. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Just like the distraction we are seeing now. Many of you who were in my morning program, you will see the letter I wrote, the letter I read. I read a letter which was pushed out by those who call themselves Brigi. Those who claim to be Brigi. Headed by Isaiah Nyog, the one that called himself Gary. In the morning, I read the letter they wrote. Very shameful letter. Very shameful letter. The little respect he has from Biafrans, in that letter, they tore it into pieces and threw it into the trash. The little face that they have with the Biafrans have been destroyed yesterday. And I urge every Biafran to go back and watch that video I made in the morning, or go back and get that very press release that they shared. Read it over and over again, and you will see wickedness in action. You will see idiots in action. You will see sabotage in action. You will see fraud in action. That press release by Ogenkere and his group, very, very shameful. It is now clear that that man is an illiterate. In all this while, it's been a guesswork. Maybe he's not, maybe, but it is now clear that that man is an illiterate. Whoever gave him the advice to write such an idiotic letter and call it a press release against the Prime Minister of Biafra, against the same Prime Minister you always call your boss, my boss, every time, my boss, my boss. And you named yourself his deputy. You named yourself acting Prime Minister. And you could not even have the courtesy to address that your boss as the Prime Minister. But you could be able to address yourself as acting Prime Minister. Only an idiot can do that. When you read that letter from A to Z, you will see envy, hatred, wickedness, sabotage. That is what you will see in that letter. They call press release. And I don't know how in the world that you slept and wake up and something in your head told you that that thing can deceive Biafrans. I do not know. At this critical period where we are supposed to be focusing on how to be able to make use of this opportunity of designation of Nigeria to a country of particular concern, you are supposed to be busy thinking of how to use this opportunity effectively for the Biafran cause. Instead, you are busy thinking about how you are going to destroy yourself. Your envy, your jealousy is uncontrollable. And that is because you know that Master Simon Ekpa is coming out. So you want to destroy everything that remains. That press release, of course, is from those people who are loyal to you, not for everybody. So you release that press release to finally name yourself the Alpha and Omega. At the end of that press briefing, the only target you see in that press that he wants to make himself the Alpha and Omega. He wants to be the all and all. He wants to be seen as the person who gives order and it happens. That is why you came to make that press release. You want to hold your own gullible people tight. It is very clear that you have declared by that writing that Master Simon Ekpa is no longer your leader. But you should have had a little courtesy, because in that same letter, when you were writing that letter, you made it clear in that letter that Master Simon Ekpa remains the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of in Exile. You wrote it in that your letter that Master Simon Ekpa remains the leader. He has not been changed. Even though in your so-called bylaw that I don't know where you get it from, in that your bylaw that I don't know where you manufactured it from, you confess that even though you have that in your bylaw, that Master Simon Ekpa has not yet been removed as a Prime Minister. And knowing that Master Simon Ekpa cannot be removed as a Prime Minister, you didn't even have the courtesy to address him as Prime Minister. You did not have that courtesy to address Master Simon. From the beginning of that letter to the last, I never see any place you address Master Simon Ekpa as the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Exile. You never did so. And you know that he is the one that gave you that platform that you are standing. He is the one that built that platform from scratch. Master Simon Ekpa built that government from scratch. and you sit on that to insult him. You sit on that government to insult the sensibility of the Biafrans. Wherever you are and your group, you people should cover yourself in shame. Every single one of you should cover yourself in shame. I don't know. Sometimes I believe, how is it that we have so many idiots among us? How comes, with all the smartness of the Biafran people that I know, with all the intelligent Biafra that I know, yet we have so many idiots hanging around? At every given opportunity, you see them display their idiocy. For a long time, I kept silent. I don't mention your name. I don't even talk about you. I don't even care what you people are doing. I don't even give a damn. I don't watch your program. I don't watch your speech. I don't go to your platform to look for anything. But for you to open your silly mouth and talk against the Prime Minister, that is crossing the red line. Insulting Mazi Simon Ekpa, accusing him and blackmailing him because he's in detention. You want to turn the Biafrans against Mazi Simon Ekpa simply because he's in detention. You only dug your grave. Just as you wrote in that very letter, you spoke about political suicide. You are the one who has already committed political suicide. That language is meant for you, Ogenkere. The only person that has committed a political suicide is Ogenkere, Isaiah Nyog, a man that we don't even know his name. A man that we don't even know his name had the guts to come and blackmail Mazi Simon Ekpa, to turn Biafrans against Mazi Simon Ekpa, calling Mazi Simon Ekpa a saboteur, calling Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, a man that left a wonderful career that you can never attain in your whole life. A wonderful career that is your lifetime prayer point. He has achieved it and he left it. He left it by the side. And he's speaking for Biafra. He's pursuing the cause of Biafra. And you have the gut to open your gutter mouth and call him names, blackmail him, talk all manner of derogatory word in him. You only dug your own grave. You have just committed that suicide you wrote about there. You have just committed it. And I bet you your crime is irredeemable. Your crime is irredeemable. Because right from the one, we are even talking of you are the one that created the chaos in the government, which Mazi Simon Ekpa left behind. It is you, this same Ogenkere. You are the one that brought the problem that made everybody to go astray today. You are the one that will be punished for every single thing that it doesn't matter who is going wrong and who is going right. I don't care. Whoever is going wrong or right today is because of your evil agenda, because of your idiocy. Because if you had not pulled out and deceived some people to create another group, we will not be having what we are having today. Everybody will be on the same page and we will be checkmating each other. In fact, credible election would have been conducted and normal people will be chosen. People who are qualified will be chosen for every position. There would have been room for Biafrans to checkmate anybody or anyone who is on top. But you destroyed that foundation laid by Mazi Simon Ekpa. You destroyed, created chaos that have given birth to the total destruction that we are seeing today. You are the one who is supposed to go to jail for it. If Chukwu Okike Abiyama is sending his punishment, it should descend on you because you are the origin of every single problem in this very journey today. Under Mazi Simon Ekpa. I don't care what a mistake anybody is making. Many people have fallen away. Many people have made mistakes and still making it. And you are the one that created that mistake. Yet you have the gut to open your gutter mouth to blackmail Master Simon Ekpa. You and your group. I don't know what gave you that audacity. I don't know what made you think that you can come and write us that trash and people will believe you. I can't just understand. What make you think that you will come out, blackmail Master Simon, write all manner of nonsense about Master Simon Ekpa, and then people will read it and believe you? I thank Chukwu Okukabema that Master Simon Ekpa, when he was with us, he didn't hide anything. Why are you insulting him? Simply because he told you that no Biafra must take another Biafra to court. Master Simon Ekpa did not just say it in prison. He said it even when he was outside. He gave a warning that we should not attack any Biafra, no matter who the person is. Don't attack him. Allow the person to pursue the Biafra he want to pursue, however they want to pursue it. Master Simon Ekpa gave that order. So it's not as if he's saying this thing inside. He gave that order even before he had a problem. That we should cease from attacking anybody that is genuinely fighting for Biafra. And you left that order. You went and sued a fellow Biafra, and he told you, why do you have to go and sue Biafrans? Go and withdraw that case with immediate effect. You refuse. And he began to act and do something to make sure that case did not move forward. Then you come to blackmail him. So when we tell us that Master Simon Ekpa was working on the ground to make sure that the case didn't succeed, is that a news? It's not a news. We know. We know because he has told you to withdraw the case. And the only person that can make the case go for it is him himself. He even gave you that courtesy of telling you to withdraw it. But you refused and you continued on your part. And then he took action. All you get to do is to come and blackmail him. And you came to tell us in that writing that government do not respect somebody who is in detention, in prison. That Biafra cannot be recognized with somebody who is in prison. You are talking to idiots. Mandela, who is made the face of the South Africa. Mandela, who was made the face of the apartheid, was in prison. From prison to president. It was his detention, was his own case, was the one that is on top. There were many other people fighting for apartheid then. Very many people fighting for apartheid. But the face of the struggle then was Mandela. And he was in detention. South Africa was recognized. They were freed. So I don't know where you get your own knowledge. I don't know where you get your experience. It's obvious that you are uneducated. You don't have information. Both you and those who are working side by side with you. Because I don't see why any responsible human being will read that thing you wrote and allow you to publish it. No sensible person will take that disgrace, because that write-up is disgraceful, shameful. There is no place to look at it. I have dealt with it in the morning. For those of you who have not seen it, go and check my morning program. You will see where I read out every single thing he wrote. Go and look at our morning program. Watch it. You will see I read it out. All the nonsense they wrote in that their press release. I read it out for people to hear. For people to listen and see their wickedness, their envy, their jealousy, their strife. I don't know how to refer to these people. And that is the end of the road for them. I don't think after that any Biafra, any sensible Biafra will still pay attention to what those clowns are saying. I don't think so. I don't think any Biafra will still continue to pay attention with what that irresponsible groups are saying. Any Biafra that still gets himself involved with them, it means he has something else coming. And we are going to be watching to see what the person has in his head. Is only the person is sick, or there is something really, really wrong with the person? Because no normal person will attach himself with these criminals. No normal person. But we saw it. my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, don't allow anybody to distract you. We are in a time that we have to use this opportunity provided for us and utilize it very, very well. With designation here as a country of particular concern, it is an opportunity for us to present our case to the world. It is not a time for us to engage in blackmail, propaganda, even against our own prime minister. It is a shame. It is a shame that any could be thinking about attacking our prime minister at this time. But some idiot did. And Biafrans will respond accordingly. Master Simon Ekpa does not support division. I have played videos, many videos, say where Master Simon Ekpa said, I support everybody. As long as you're genuinely seeking for Biafra. Several times people have pushed him to attack this. Master Simon doesn't just fight a battle. It is when the battle is ripe. And when he fights, he doesn't lose. Only idiots will be trying to think you can force Master Simon to do something against his will. Or when it is not right. There's time for everything. Nigeria has been designated as a country of particular concern. And we will continue to expose it to the world. We will continue to talk about it. We will continue to say it. I want us to listen to this very video of Arnold, what he has to say here. The exposition continues. What Nigeria want to hide, we will continue to expose it. Let's listen to Arnold, what he has to say. Nigeria can never run away from this. Whatever they hide, we expose it.
So I believe that the strategic checkmate that they cannot block, the low-hanging fruit, the trump card, the silver bullet, the 800-pound gorilla currently displaced in Nigeria. My experience is that most Nigerians don't even know about it. Years ago, in 2021, the first time I went back on an investigative trip, I sat down with somebody who wanted me to journalist who was talking about, no. They're homeless, they're criminals, they're vagrants. I started this. I have undercover video of a police chief who had ordered the demolition of a large portion of Nuku. I had him on video say, oh no, they're criminals, they're vagrants, there's no ID. Well, I was walking and talking to them. The grandmother with the bullet scar to her wound, her arm, and the scars on her legs, they are the living testimony. That's why they're suppressed. They are eyewitnesses to genocide. They were irrefutable eyewitnesses to genocide. That's why they sought aggressively to stop them out. I have when I started doing, I looked up and there's a published NCR high division report on these objects. At least 6 camps in FCs in a row, at least 30,000. The UNHCR documented and gave them the location, the situation, all of it in 2015. In 2020, 2021, when we circled back to them and said, hey, you know, these reported it, now we're not going to help them. Their response was, there are no identities. And then contacted them directly on the phone. Oh, no, there's no identity. It is a complete suppression and denial. And these people are being ground down, degraded, and killed slowly, smothered by their government on purpose. There is international aid. In fact, the very first time I got back from discovering this came in 2019, I sat down with my friend, who was a very high-ranking former U.S. ambassador. He was more than that in his career State Department. He was an ambassador in Africa. He was chief of mission in Africa. Number one guy in charge of building Iraq. And I told him, well, we found this IDP camp and they need help because he said, no, that's not possible. He said, because if they're an IDP by international mandate, the money is there, the mandate is there to take care of anybody who identifies as IDP. Fine, it's there. All they need to be doing is simply identify refugees. And I showed him some videos. And he's been passionately fighting alongside me ever since then. The government, all they have to do is say, hey, you guys are peace. And the aid will come in. That creates legal precedent, international criminal court, that that is genocide. By definition, clear and present, provable, irrefutable genocide charges brought against the current government administration of Nigeria. And here's no defense based on what the facts are. So first, focus on IDPs. That can bring down this country right now. Well, it's also the right thing to do. I mean, God, they're predominantly widows and orphans. What is tribulation? So, A, their treatment is genocide. B, their testimony will unlock the greater genocide. You can debate, and they will, and they're fighting for O.J. Simpson's glove and I mean, there's ways to get off. When the truth is buried in mass graves, when the truth is buried in the mountains of illicit cash, blood oaths, and tribal loyalties, that will take some while to untangle what's happening in the world. But you have 4 to 10 million eyewitnesses that can take the stand. And that's so the rolling justice must start with the identities and role. Also, we know that the Bible says that the enemy, the devil, is defeated by the blood of the Lamb and the word of the testimony. The blood of the Lamb is said, I believe it's the word of the testimony. Not only in the natural, the waking, shining the light, making sure the world knows exactly what's happening. Relatable, personal, like the young boy who had to drink water with the blood. They all have stories that will wake up the world in international history, but it will also move the spirit realm in a way that's impossible to resist. That this is how the expel will not prevail in history. And the testimony is another important factor, more important factor, two, three. One is the government, because suppression of aid they can suppress us if we go there trying to talk about this, right? Oh no, no debate and all that. No. We go there to talk about IDPs, great support for IDPs. They can't touch us. I mean, I'm sorry, but the world is watching, and that's a crime. So it's a positive thing for forward. Instead of debating them on semantics, that's just going to help us. They can't shut us down. Restoring will require, I mean, it's not like it's a positive thing. We're not going to kill and drive people out. We're going to restore the identities. Of course, that requires dragging them out and purging them, for them to go home peacefully. Means ending all of it. So that's the powerful moral force that will drive the victory, is restoring. Finally, and this is super critical, Boko Haram means, despite what the Sultan recently said, it means Western education. They recruit. In fact, when I met this candidate the first time, this amazing woman who deserves a Nobel Prize, actually stayed in the camp. She was offered a job that she had done that. So I can't believe one of these children. Amazing story, amazing woman. When I met her, and she was living there, she built by herself in this hell with this sewage kitchen, no sanitation, no wall, nothing. And I said, I'm going to tell you the story, I promise. I said, if you want to respond to help, what do you do? And she didn't say water, shelter. She didn't say the same thing. She didn't say anything. She said one thing, one thing was important to her. Help these children because of the education of vision. When I pat down here how stupid the character is in the system, there's and she knew that. That's what she dedicated her life. Rescuing these children, the orphanage in Jaws, 286 children, a husband and wife adopted just because they couldn't, because they hadn't. They lived on 50 years with these children. They'll tell you these children sure don't want to get them to go back and kill them. And they wouldn't. The statistics show at least 60% of them would have been radicalized. 60%. Now they're going back. Because they multiplied that across how many? more than 10 million. Let's pick a number, say 6 million. Average age of Nigeria is 18. That's what I've seen. There's more youth than there are adults. So say this 3 million youth. Say 60% of them are radicalized. How many is that? 120 million, something like that. Imagine in coming years, it's 1.8 billion, 1.8 billion that are radicalized. There's no numbers like this. You're talking probably thousands, maybe 10,000 in North. What if it's 1.8 billion all over Nigeria? That's insane. Because this generation, this generation must have information, must be today, or there will. It's not only Nigeria, it's globally. It will have global. They will use it as a launch pad for global. The battles for these children, I believe, these children are being refugees for the sake of Jesus. Why? Because the devil used them value. The devil is working. The devil is afraid of them. So I'm prepared to kill a whole generation. But the devil's trying to kill or radicalize a whole generation of Nigerians because he knows that that is the vanguard of the future. That is for the fight. It's about the children. And so for those reasons and more, the winning strategy, the path forward, the godly strategy, the righteous strategy, the undefensible strategy is to focus on recognition, restoration, testimonies, intervention when you determine this plan. I believe that has to be the path. That has to be the path. Anything else is silly running. So that's my opinion.
You see, you have had, this is a testimony from Arnold, more testimony coming out. And when you listen to everything he explained there, it is clear, even though they refuse to mention the issue of Biafra in, this genocide has everything to do with Biafra. This Christian genocide has everything to do with Biafra. And I bet you it is going to get worse. This is why we are presenting Biafra as a remedy. Anyone that cares about humanity, you should focus on disintegration of Nigeria. It is not an evil thing to do. It is not a selfish call. It is the only thing to safeguard the life of. Look at the estimate is given. The number of people that will be radicalized if something is not done. How are you going to stop these people? These are unrepentant criminals, unrepentant people that they will never repent from their terrorism. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you, even these sanctions, they don't care. The only way to end this up, break that country and allow them to practice their caliphate in their region. Let them practice in Arewa. They are already practicing Sharia law. In these places where you are talking about, Sharia law is already existing. And they use it to judge Christians, including up to Abuja. They take a Christian to Sharia court in Abuja and they took over his shop. Some of you don't know how serious this is. The only suggestion and the only solution, the only remedy is Biafra, which translates to disintegration of Nigeria. Allow the core north to practice their caliphate, implement their Sharia law within themselves, among themselves in that area. Let the Yoruba people go and let the Biafrans go their separate ways. The middle back be on their own. As for the Christians that are trapped in that very core north, we have to take them in. We have offered to assimilate them. We have offered to take them, including Bishop Kopka that does not want to speak out, including Bishop Koka that is today fighting against his own freedom. Mazen Nnamdi made offer to him and called his name. The international community should pay attention. Breakup have happened in so many countries and it worked. It saved life. It brought peace. It brought development. The disintegration of Nigeria is going to bring peace. It will bring development. I don't know why they don't want to go to that path. There is no other reason than for their own selfish interest. There is no other reason than for their own selfish interest. And we cannot continue to pretend all is well. That is why everybody has to rise up wherever you are and speak up before it's too late. We must rise up and speak up before it's too late. Because at this time that we find out, it is a time for everything to be put on the table. Nothing is going to be left out. Nothing will be left out. It does not matter what it is. It does not matter what it looks like. It does not matter what they say. Everything has to be put on the table at this particular point in time. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiam to pay attention. The international communities that are watching, I urge them to please pay attention. Terrorism in Nigeria is real. It is not, it is real. The plan to take over the indigenous land, to overrun the people, is real. And they are not going to stop. There are many evidences and many confessions that shows that atrocity is happening. It is, and they are not going to stop. The only way to stop them.
I would remind you that since 2015, when General Muhammad Buhari came into power, there was a certain change in attitude of the government with regards to non-state, especially those who do it in the name of Islam, those who believe they are Islamists, although hiding under all forms of nomenclature, from Boko Haram to the ones that directly sprang from Boko Haram and swore allegiance to ISIS, to the ones that are operational in the Middle Belt that pass as headers. Mass graves, mass slaughter is not new to Nigeria's Middle Belt. Mass burials are not new to any pastor in Nigeria's Middle Belt, whether the evangelicals, whether the Catholics, regardless of denomination. People have cried about this for over 15 years. It is unfortunate that all of a sudden, because the international community has decided to beam its searchlight in Nigeria, suddenly people are becoming awake to make it look as if the Christians were living a rosy life, and then somebody is trying to put in an idea in their head that never existed before. It is a deadly situation that could best be described as a genocide. Reason being, these people are not just killing randomly. They are not thieves. They are not armed robbers. And I do not think they are bandits. I do not think they are kidnappers. Whatever form of criminality would be attached to their activity is simply what they do on the side to sustain themselves. They have a primary mission, which is expansionist, and it is fueled by their religious ideology, which is Islamism. It's as simple as that. That is how bad and dirty it is. They kill people in hundreds, they start communities and all of that. It's a dirty situation.
But I mean, does it appear like this is targeted to a certain faith, a tribe, or a religion?
Yes, it's a Christian genocide. It is targeted against the people they refer to as infidels.
But some have also argued that faith might not really be in the context here. That even people of other faith too are being killed and are also targets.
It is true. There is no Christian, there is no pastor, there is nobody that has ever denied the fact that Muslims also fall victim of these attacks. But what kind of Muslims are being attacked actually?
Exactly.
It's Hausa Muslims.
Exactly.
It is important to understand the people that are carrying out the attacks. And why are they being killed? They are being killed simply because they may not necessarily subscribe to the ideology of the killers.
Yes. This guy just gave a bombshell. This is what the Nigerian government is hiding. This is what Nigerian government continues to defend. And they cannot hold water. The truth cannot be hidden. The truth cannot be swept under the carpet. Every single day, they continue to try to hide the truth, but they can't hide it. They cannot hide it. This guy just made it throw everything under the carpet. The genocide has been going on for a very long time. It's not because maybe US talked about it now. It seems just Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started talking about it since 2010. Since 2010. This genocide it started with the Biafran people, the Igbo people. When you hear Jos riot, you hear about Kanu riot, Kaduna riot, Zaria riot, all these riots, this and that, they are all targeted as the Christians. And more especially the Igbos that are living in this place. We have lost millions of people in the northern part of Nigeria in the hand of these people. But for some reason, nobody's paying attention. And now that the attention have come, they decide to choose a word that might include everybody. So no problem. But I bet you the only solution to this madness is Biafra. Only Biafra can checkmate it to keep the world safe. If the world must remain safe, if West Africa must be safe, if terrorism must be stopped in Nigeria, Biafra must be supported by all well-meaning people across the world. If you continue to pretend you don't want to support Biafra, if you continue to pretend you don't want to talk about Biafra, it is going to consume everybody. Everybody will get their own share. Continue to pretend you don't want us to talk about Biafra. You don't want us to speak about the issue of Biafra. You don't want to include Biafra. Say it the way it is. You don't want it. You want us to continue to paint this world. You want us to continue to sound politically correct. That is what you want. While innocent people are losing their life on a daily basis. As innocent people are losing their life on a daily basis, you want us to continue to sound politically correct. It is a shame. A very, very big shame. And I bet you the whole world is going to pay a heavy price if nothing is done. If nothing is done, the world will pay a heavy price. For us, this is an opportunity for us to make our case. Wherever you are as a Biafran, it is an opportunity for us to make our case, make our voice heard. Don't you ever allow anybody to deceive you. Don't you ever allow anybody to preach anything to you to make you walk away from your freedom. Don't ever take any distraction from any, whether a Biafra or non-Biafra. We must be very careful what we listen to. We must be very careful the story we believe. Like the clowns that are coming today to blackmail Master Simon Ekpa. Don't pay attention to that. We have more serious issue at our hands. We have much more serious issue before us that we need to handle. A very serious issue. And what is that issue? The issue of our supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu. The issue of the release of our supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu. We have more serious issue to use this opportunity that Nigeria has been designated as a country of particular concern. It is a great opportunity for us to make our case and make the world hear us. Every one of us must rise up. We must rise up Speak up. Continue to bring out informations. Continue to bring out updates. Continue to expose anything in your corner, in your reach. Anything you can lay your hand upon, expose it. Don't stop. Anything you can lay your hand upon that you see. If you see something, say something. Don't ever say you will not say it. Don't ever hide anything. This is a if we meet this opportunity, we might not get it again. Very opportunity. If we miss it, I bet you we might not see this opportunity again. So wherever you are as a Biafran, every single one of us must rise up. You see something, say something. Share this video on your platform. It is part of the work. Share this video platform. Share it in your WhatsApp group. Share it in your X handle. Share it in your Facebook. Share to family and friends. Share in your group wherever you belong. Share it. Let the world know. We stand by Mazen Nnamdi 100%. We stand by Mazen Simon Ekpa 1000%. There is nothing that will make Biafrans to abandon Mazen Simon Ekpa. Never. Any idiot that is planning that, any idiot pushing propaganda against Mazen Simon Ekpa because he's not online, we will not allow you. We will give Mazen Simon Ekpa a voice. He has a voice in me. He has a voice in every genuine Biafra that is speaking. We give him a voice. That your madness and idiocy can never ever survive. That your propaganda against Mazen Simon Ekpa is dead on arrival. You have only committed that political suicide you mentioned in that letter. It is you that committed it, and you will never recover. Not again. You will never ever recover. You will never recover. You will never ever recover, no matter what. Let us look some update that is coming from Sahara reporters. There are some updates we saw there through this update that is coming. They will never recover. Let them continue to do their criminality. They will never recover. You can see this one. It says, Tinubu replies Trump, Nigeria opposes religious persecution. We are committed to working with us. We are committed to working with us. This one is a sick man. You think Donald Trump will listen to this? Donald Trump knows you very well that you are very unserious person leading an unserious country. You think your useless talk will move Donald Trump? This is just rubbish. Tinubu replies Trump, Nigeria opposes religious persecution. Where? How do you oppose it? How do you oppose it when you have Sharia in your constitution, but you don't have the Bible in it? You have Islam in your constitution, and you call yourself a secular country. How do you support what you just said when you have a Muslim ticket in a secular country? How does it support religious persecution? How many churches have you rebuilt? All this time they are burning churches. And how many churches have you rebuilt? How many people have you relocated to their hometown that they moved from IDP camp in Plateau and in Benue State? So how does Nigeria opposes religious persecution? The most place where Christians are persecuted today is Nigeria. And you want to bring your nonsense to, I thank you for this time, in the time of Donald J. Trump. We thank you. They say APC chieftain hailed U.S. designation of Nigerian demand sanction for corrupt officials. You don't have to demand. All of them will get sanctioned. They will get sanctioned. Every one of them. Every one of them. Not again. You can't escape it this time. You have escaped before. You won't escape it again. A reading of President Trump's statement in Nigeria by Gimba Kakande Sahara. He said, A reading of President Trump's statement on Nigeria by Gimba Kakande. When the United States speak, everything is gone. This one says Nigeria's Ombudsman at 50, the Ombudsman that must rise again will be this one. Crazy people. Nigerians tackle us. Rappers, now forget this crazy things happening in Nigeria. NNPC candidate in Niger Council. There's no good news you will see in Nigeria. Police launch manhunt for 2025 Mercedes-Benz stolen at gunpoint in Victoria Island. Launching manhunt. Not only manhunt, now woman hunt will launch. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz introduced legislation to tackle Sharia law blasphemy in Nigeria. That is it. Ted Cruz, you see. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz introduces legislation to tackle Sharia law blasphemy in Nigeria. They have taken the life of many Christians because of this Sharia law. You see why we are calling for this. I don't know why you will practice the same law in the same country. These things the US is doing could not solve this problem. The only thing that will solve this problem permanently, permanent solution, is to divide Nigeria. The only permanent solution is disintegration. Tear this country into pieces. Let people go their separate ways. You cannot stop them from practicing their Sharia law. You cannot stop them from practicing their religion. Allow them to do it in their own territory. As simple as ABC. This thing has been done in so many countries and it brought peace. It brought growth. It brought sanity and respect. Why is it that they don't want to push for the breakup of Nigeria? What are you waiting for? How many people need to die more before Nigeria is broken? How many people need to die more? Introducing legislation to tackle Sharia law blasphemy in Nigeria will not solve the problem. It won't solve it. Introduce a legislation to break up Nigeria. That is the solution. Introduce legislation to break up Nigeria. That is the ultimate solution to solve this problem. This deodorant you are spraying up and down, you are doing nothing. It's not the only thing you have. Ted Cruz, go a step further. You have tried already. We appreciate you trying, but you need to move a step further. Ted Cruz, you need to move a step further. Introduce legislation to disintegrate Nigeria. Simple. And all this trouble will die a natural death. You will still have your interest. You can still get the oil deal in Biafra land, or with the Arewa, or with the Ojibwa people, or with the Middle Belt. You can still do businesses. But to save humanity, introduce legislation to divide Nigeria. That is the solution. And I hope they are watching. People have tried, but you need to try more. Court sentence Abuja teacher to life imprisonment for raping 9-year-old people. That's what you see in Nigeria. That's it. National coalition demand justice for 6 traders allegedly killed by police in Lagos market. You see, you can imagine. 6 human beings. Terrorists are buying people. Boko Haram are buying people. The one they did are buying people. Herdsmen are buying people. Police themselves are buying people. The army are buying people. Go and check now. These people now, more than they will all be Igbo people. These people now, go and check. These 6 traders you see here will be Igbo. If you go and check now, it will be Igbo. National coalition demand justice for 6 traders allegedly killed by police in Lagos market. In Lagos, let us read and see. Why did they kill these people? For what reason? Innocent citizens. Go and check the traders. It will be Igbos. Why must we be in? Why don't the United States go a little bit further? A little bit further and push for the end of the Zoological Republic. That will save a lot of life. That will save a lot of life. Push for the disintegration of the zoo. That will save a lot of life. Let us read it and see. National coalition demand justice by police in Lagos market. You can. Let's go and see who they are. The coalition, in a statement on Wednesday, the traders were shot dead by officers whose identity are known, yet they have reported released or not executed. An act described as a clear failure of justice. It's not the first time in doing this over and over again. Mass killing, extrajudicial killing, mob action, and impunity. CAMKI has condemned the killing of 6 traders at the Owede spare parts market in Lagos by police officers allegedly from Nasarawa State. You can imagine. According to the coalition in the statement on Wednesday, the traders were by officers whose identity are known, yet have reportedly been released or not persecuted. An act it described a failure of justice. Is it the first time? Is it the first time kidnappers will kidnap you? Nigerian army will kill you. Nigerian police will kill you. Terrorists will kill you. Everything in Nigeria is a trap of death. Life anywhere. Everywhere you turn in Nigeria is this death, smelling death, innocent blood flowing everywhere. The only genuine thing to do is to end this very thing that is taking innocent blood. End it. And how do you end it? Disintegration. The group said the killing were a moral disgrace and one that such unchecked abuses could further erupt public trust in Nigerian law enforcement institution. It has already. The killing of citizens who were simply seeking to make a living is a moral disgrace to the country. That the killers roam free while grieving families cry out for justice is a crucible test for Nigerian democracy. We will not remain silent. We demand accountability. Now, the spokesperson of NCAMKI said, the statements came amid growing public anger over report that the slain traders were not armed and had posed not threats when they were attacked. This they have been doing it again and again, taking the life of innocent people for no just cause, for no reason. For no reason, they do it again and again. That is what you see in Nigeria. That is why it must end. It must end. All these atrocities, the only way to end it is zoological republic. End it once and for all. Look at this one. Tinubu presidency to US. Give Nigeria military support to fight terrorists, not designation. Look at the idiot. Look at the idiot. Look at the clown, a drug baron. Look at what the drug baron is writing. Tinubu presidency to US. Give Nigeria military support to fight terrorists, not designation. You have been designated already. Face it, and sanction is coming. Bunch of criminals. EFCC probe 10 million extortion by operative from Nigerian rapper. That is it. EFCC they are criminals. Bunch of criminals. This is our lawyer Ejimako. Our lawyer Ejimako is having a serious situation because of what transpired during the Free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. During the Free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu protest. You know, in that protest, he was tear gassed, and that tear gas has really affected him. So he needs oxygen to support his breathing. He's not a young man or anymore, above 70. Aloy Ejimako is above 70, and for him to face that direct threat is not Aloy Ejimako. That is him. And without oxygen, help himself to breathe as a result of what happened to him. So he wrote that's his platform. He wrote the aftermath of taking 2 direct tear gas hits for expressing my legal rights to peaceable assembly when tear gases peaceful protesters, but to romance terrorists in full glare of the public, being slammed as a country of particular concern becomes inevitable. Exactly. Exactly. We pray. Everybody should put our lawyer Jimako in prayer. We continue to pray for him, speedy recovery. We pray for him. He's not young anymore, even though he's taking that for us. So we should all pray for our that Chukwu Kabiama should help him and heal him as soon as possible. We pray to see him back in standing side by Supreme Damazin Nnamdi Kanu. This is a special council. So this is what Nigeria have put him through. He has to use oxygen now for some time to be able to recover fully. Every one of us should continue to pray for him. He will recover fully and come back to normal. We should not forget, we should continue to pray. Every one of us, we have to continue to do what we are supposed to do. Don't allow any propagandist to misdirect you. We must continue to speak out. We must continue to do what we are supposed to do as long as we have the time. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on today's program. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. I pray that every one of us should continue to do what he or she has to do. Whatever you know you can do to support the cause of Biafra, please continue to do it. Whatever you know you can do to promote the cause of Biafra, continue to do it. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect all of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen us. I wish you all a very, very wonderful weekend. Go and take your rest and do whatever you know you can do. And we are going to be back again tomorrow evening. Tomorrow is Sunday, and I will be going to church tomorrow morning. I don't have morning programs on Sundays until Monday. We are going to be back, but Sunday evening sermon, I am going to be here. Same time. Be here Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Biafran time. I'm going to be here tomorrow, and we will continue from where we stopped. So whatever we go to your church tomorrow, pray for Biafra. Pray for the cause of Biafra. Pray for our lawyer Jimako, for recovery. Pray for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for strength. Pray for Mazen Simon Ekpa for strength. Pray for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Mazen Simon. Pray for them for protection, for divine intervention. Pray for them that any plan the enemy have set for them will never work. Don't forget to pray for. If there is nothing else, when you go, pray in your church. If you can't pray alone, meet other people to help you and pray. Put it as a prayer point when you get to church tomorrow. Submit it as a prayer point. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Mazen Simon Ekpa, Aloy Ejimako. These people are on a very critical time now. Pray for them. And also pray in prayer. Every Biafran leader, every genuine Biafran leader, wherever we might be, pray for them. Pray for yourself. Pray for everybody. Pray for everyone. Don't ever forget. Don't ever forget. If you're a Christian, in the front line for this agitation, because Christ was a freedom fighter. If you're a Christian, you are supposed to be a very strong and formidable freedom fighter. But unfortunately, the people that claim to be Christian today in Nigeria, they are the one fighting against the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. It is a shame, a very big shame, that in Nigeria today, the people that are trying to fight against this designation of Nigeria are Christians. All these general overseers, how many of them did you see that speak about the genocide? How many of them made a statement? How many of them spoke? Do not be deceived. Read the word of God by yourself. Understand it for yourself. Believe in God. Pray on your own and call Chukwu Okike Abiama to answer you. He will always answer. Don't ever forget that. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafra shall prosper. and no weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. May Chukwu Okike protect everybody, more especially people in Biafra land. Those of you in the homeland, I pray that Chukwu Okike will give you divine security. No evil shall befall you. No kidnapper will see you. No accidental discharge will touch you. No evil forces will get to you. I pray for our Supreme Nnamdi Kanu, for divine protection, for divine safety, for divine security, for wisdom, for revelation. I pray for my Simon Ekpa, for divine safety, for security, for wisdom, for revelations. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Simon shall prosper. May you guide and protect all of us. Thank you so much for being in this platform. Thank you for your support. Continue to pray and do not listen to the distractors. Anyone that will rise against them, they will fall. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Good night and remember blessed. Bye-bye.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it out. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jollof. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. The havoc where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It's very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They don't even care, they don't even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it out. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.